Take a look at this minimalist and vintage setup of my Sony A7C II. I think it looks incredible, very minimal. You can take this with you everywhere because it's very lightweight and it's very tiny. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the amazing pictures I've taken with this tiny flash. It's very powerful, and I was doing self-portrait photography. If you follow my channel, you know that I practice a lot with myself. That's the best way to learn lighting, portrait photography, and a lot about technique. And I took incredible photos with this tiny setup. I'm gonna tell you everything about it in a bit, but the best part is that I've used two lenses that are both under $200, and this baby flash is under $50. I will show you the lenses, the flash, and all the accessories I use to make my setup very minimal for everyday carry. And apart of showing you the amazing self-portraits I've taken with this setup, I will show you also a little photo shoot I did with one of my best friends here in Bali, Veronica, because we went to an incredible club, a jungle club here in Bali. It was stunning, and I didn't plan to shoot at all. I was catching up with her, but because it was such a tiny setup, I was like, Laura, you are training yourself to take the camera with you everywhere. I do have the Sony A7R5, but I don't take it with me everywhere because it's big, obviously, and I had to carry many lenses. So I took this with me, and I was very happy because that club was incredible. We didn't expect it, and we took amazing photos there as well. So I'm gonna start talking about the Sony A7C II. I don't have to talk too much about it. I mean, it's such a beauty. I used to have the Sony A7C, and I upgraded. I'm not gonna explain why, because I do have a full video on my channel explaining exactly why I upgraded, because for you, it may not be worth it, okay? We all have different needs, so I'm gonna put the video somewhere here so you can check it out and understand if you need the upgrade or not. But the Sony A7C II, it's a powerhouse. I vlog with it, I use it as a second camera, but many times as a first camera. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like it's all I need. But obviously, when I go in photography missions, I take my Sony A7R5. So, the next thing I want to show you is the lenses. I was shooting with two very affordable lenses. They are from Viltrox, and yes, they are affordable, but that doesn't mean that they are bad. Of course, they are not going to give you the quality of a Sony Master, but they do the job. So you don't have the budget yet for expensive gear, you can shoot with very inexpensive lenses. And the best part is that they are very tiny. Yes, they are plasticky, but that's why they are cheap and very lightweight. I'm very thankful for that because I treat my gear very well, so I'm not too scared they're gonna break. I'm very careful. So this one is the 20mm f2.8, and I was shooting with this one a lot in that place I told you about with my friend Veronica, and the pictures are incredible. They look very raw and very organic. We were having so much fun with this flash as well because I was able to shoot super quick. The recycle time of the flash, I will tell you more later, it's very quick, and I like to capture movement. Like, we were dancing and we were being super silly because I wanted organic, analog-looking photos. And I think they came out incredible, okay? I just love them. Veronica is stunning as well, so it does help a lot. So I was shooting all of those with the 20mm f2.8 from Viltrox, and I think they look very cute. And the next lens, which I prefer in a way, because as a portrait photographer, 20mm, sometimes for me, it's quite hard to shoot because you cannot go very close to the face because it gets distorted because it's too wide. So I was shooting with this one, the 40mm, and it has a very weird aperture. It's 2.5 aperture, but it's very nice. 40mm, it's better for portraits. All the self-portraits I've been taking in my home photography studio with this flash and my Sony A7C II were taken with the 40mm. And the quality, it's quite amazing, I'm not gonna lie. And the lens is also under $200. I forgot to mention, this video is not sponsored by any brand. So everything I'm talking about, it's my own opinion, okay? And apart of that, you are going to have a discount code for the flash and for the 40mm down below. So apart from being cheap, you are going to have a discount as well. Go check it out later below the video, because if you want to have a minimalist setup, you can save a lot of money, okay? Apart from the camera body, because the Sony A7C II, it's very expensive. But for me, it's totally worth it. And the next thing, which is the star of the show today, is the flash. This flash, it's super tiny and it's very cute. It's very plasticky, it's made of plastic, but we cannot have it all. Of course, I would love it to be metal, for instance, but of course, if it's metal, it's going to be heavier. We cannot have everything, but again, it doesn't bother me that it's plastic because it's very light and I'm very careful with my gear, okay? But it's so powerful, I didn't expect that. I was shooting in my home photography studio and I wasn't using the full power. It has 7 levels of power and I wasn't shooting at the maximum because it was too much, too bright. I was like, this is incredible. I just love flash photography. I love it so much. The feeling, the vintage looking, and obviously editing helps. The editing, it's very important as well to give a more vintage look to your flash photography. So I'm gonna make soon a video for the members of my private community for being supporters of my channel about how to edit this way. If you didn't know yet, I have a private community where you can support my channel and in exchange, you can get exclusive content from me, like podcasts, exclusive videos, exclusive resources, and also portfolio reviews in form of video, which helps a lot. So you wanna check it out later, I'm gonna put it down below. And about the flash, the battery, it's insane. I was shooting maybe for 4 hours, I'm not gonna lie, because I was trying different outfits, trying different poses. It takes a lot of time, okay, to get the right photo. And the battery was still running and running and running. I didn't run out of battery. It's fast charging via USB-C. In 50 minutes, it's fully charged. And it says that you can shoot from 400 times to 10,000 times, depending on the power of the flash. But as I mentioned before, I wasn't using it at full power because it was too much. It doesn't matter which camera you have, if you have a hot shoe, it's going to be compatible. You just plug it in and that's it. So I think it's an incredible piece of gear, very inexpensive, and you can get incredibly creative with this. Because I was shooting at a slow shutter speed and I was getting pretty cool effects as well. I was moving around to catch movement in the image, and I love the photos because you can get very creative with flash photography. And for being such an affordable flash, it has also 2 modes. The first one, the S1, enables wireless off-camera triggering, and the second one bypasses pre-flash interference if you are using other flashes. So I think for the price, it's incredible. To be honest, I was amazed because I was shooting like flash photography in my studio with such a tiny setup. I'm very happy with it and with the photos. When they sent it to me, I was like, okay, let's try this, how it works. Because at the beginning, it's tiny, it's plasticky, so it doesn't look like it's going to be very powerful. When I started to shoot, I was like, oh my God, I love this. And now I take it everywhere with me because I love flash photography and it's very tiny. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about, the next accessory, and if you follow my work, you know about this because I use it in every lens, is a mist filter. I use black mist filters in every single lens because they make the image way softer, both for video and for photo. Here, this orange light, you can see that it's very diffuse and very soft. It's because I'm using a mist filter. And for these self-portraits, I was using one as well, and they are from Nisi. I'm gonna put the link below as well. You are going to have all the gear below. I still get surprised when some of you comment asking me for the gear. It's like, which gear do you use? I always put it in the description of the video for one simple reason. You have no idea how many times I go to bigger creators or photographers just to see with which gear they are shooting. It helps a lot because I check their videos and I see the quality. I'm like, okay, he's recording with the FX3 or with this lens or this other lens. I mean, it's amazing to be able to check someone else's gear because they are recording with it, so you can see it properly. As for instance, the photos I'm showing you, you know I shot the photos with the 40mm, with this flash, so you see the quality. It really helps. So I always put every single link in the description below and many times discount codes. So go check them out later if you like. And the next accessory I'm gonna talk about, it's a very simple one, but for me it's very important, the camera strap. I have a very big one from Peak Design and I love it, but I use it more with my Sony A7R5. This one, it's more minimalist and more appropriate for my Sony A7C II. And I love it because you can attach it to the bottom of your camera. So when it's hanging, the lens is not in horizontal position, so it's very safe to carry it this way. And it uses the same attachment as my Ulanzi tripod. So maybe I'm carrying the tripod around and my Sony A7C II hanging, and I can switch from tripod to strap very quickly. So simple things, but they make all the difference. And the last thing I'm going to show you, it's the tiny bag. I showed you this in one video before. It's a very affordable and tiny bag. They have in more colors, it's from Ulanzi as well, and it fits one camera and two lenses, the small ones, okay? And if you are like me and you also create videos and vlogs, you can fit as well, apart from the camera and two small lenses, a tiny mic. I love this one from Rode. I'm gonna link it below as well, because it works without batteries. You plug it in and that's it. It works with the power of the camera, so you never run out of battery. So this one, it's very handy and it's my everyday carry. This mic with the Sony A7C II and normally the 20mm for vlogging, and many times the 40 if I want to capture close-ups or some B-roll. As you've seen in the video, you can make your Sony A7C II look very vintage for very affordable, just with a very cheap lens and a cheap flash. Please comment below if you like the results and if you have a Sony A7C II or thinking about getting one. It took me a while to decide, but I don't regret. I love this camera. It's very cute as well. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet and like the video because it helps me a lot, and I will see you very soon. Mwah. Big love from Bali.